Good afternoon and welcome. If you're watching this video, you are probably going to be doing something with bookkeeping. Yep, that is right. You're going to be doing something. You could be either entering the payables, you could be doing credit card deposits, you could reconcile the bank account. But thank you for watching this video. So I'm putting this together. It's the first time making this video. I'm going to give a trial run to my dad first, and then we're going to adjust it as needed. So hopefully you enjoy. We're going to have different parts of this video, from starting up in the morning to get the credit card receipts, to running the check scanner, entering bills, printing checks. It should just be fun. So stay tuned, watch, and please give me a comment if you don't understand. I will make changes on this video, so enjoy. Okay, good morning. I'm going to be showing you how to collect the credit card receipts and the batch totals off of each machine. So we have two credit card machines. One is in the factory, which I'm standing right next to, and the second one is in the front office, which is in the other building. And every morning we need to go to the credit card machine and print out a batch report. Actually, it self-generates the batch report, get the receipts and get the batch report and match it to the receipt. So let me flip this around here if I can. Okay, so here's the credit card machine, and it has the batch report from last night, and we have a bank bag here which has the credit card receipt that goes along with the batch total. So alright, I'm in the sales building right now. I'm going to show you the credit card machine in the sales building. It's the same idea. We have the batch reports right here, and rip that off. And we also have the bank bag, which also has the credit card receipts in there that matches the batch total. Also, we keep customers' payment checks in here. And we will take all these into the accounting office. We'll apply the checks and the credit cards to the customer's account and deposit it into our bank, which is Kitsap Bank. So this is what you do in the morning with the credit card receipts, and we'll show you more. Hey, good morning. It's the beginning of the morning, 8 a.m. And the first thing we should have already done is gone around and picked up all our credit card receipts from the factory credit card machine. Remember, check the green bank bag. You'll have the credit card receipts and checks. And then come down to the front office, same thing. Get the credit card receipts, pull the batch report, and also the checks, and then you bring them to the office. So what we want to do next is, we had some deposits that we did yesterday, and we want to verify that the deposits actually went into our bank account at Kitsap Bank. So let's go ahead and go to our Kitsap Bank and log in. And let's make our screen a little bit, I'm going to disappear here for a second. And we're in Kitsap Bank, so we're going to go to our merchant services just to make sure we got all the money in there. Alright, so yesterday we put in, let's see, from the factory we got one for $117. So that checks out here, so we can file this. We have another one. This is the 88 for the front office for $819.65. We got this, so we can file this in the filing cabinet. And then we have some of our scanned checks that we put in, and we will check that out. So we have scanned checks. We're just verifying that these checks went into our bank account. And the checks are in the general account. So go to our general account. So the first one, we should have one for $12,453. That's right here. So you can see on there, $12,453. We got the money. Now we can go ahead and file this. And then I went to the bank and put some cash in. I put $280 in. You can see the receipt from Kitsap Bank. And there's our $280 cash, general account. And I did another account right here for $3,131. So everything is there and checks out. So that's what we should do at the beginning of the morning and verify that the deposits from the previous day hit our bank account. Okay, I'm going to quickly show you how to apply a credit card transaction to the customer's account and make the deposit. So here we go. This is the credit card receipt from the front office. So we have one transaction. Here's our batch report. And on front they write the work order it's going to. So let's go ahead and begin. Go in your Shopworks, go to Accounting, Payments, Customer Payment. They write the work order on the top. You can read it. Looks like 101088. Northwest Utility Services for $133.75. 133.75. Payment type is the front 88 one. Apply there. Done. So that is applied to their account. So now you want to make the deposit. Bank accounts. Deposit. It's going to go into the merchant services. And goes right there. Print for bank. That's our record. And then hit save. That's going to print out as their deposit. You're going to staple the sheet right here. And simply, then we file it here in our pending file, and tomorrow or the following day we will check to make sure it went to our bank account. It's that bank. We got the transfer through. So that's how we do it. Now we're going to be depositing all the managed orders, the ones where the customer runs online, and the authorized.net ones. So let's go back to our TransLink report. And we're going to find these two, 849, 569. We're trying to find this batch, 1419. Go to Shopworks. We have these two, 569 right there. So we're going to make a deposit. Right there, and it's going into merchant services. Save, and let's see. Let's go find it. Let's go find. Let me pull back up that deposit. So we're going to verify that deposit that actually went to Shopworks. So let's print this out. Excuse me, not the Shopworks, the Kitsap Bank. Let's go to our Kitsap Bank site. Okay, we're back to the Kitsap website bank under the merchant services. So let's just see if we have a deposit of $14.90, $19.35. So there it is right here. I got it printed out, so that all checks out. Checks out with TransLink, and it is in the bank. Cool. So let's just keep on moving. Okay, so we're going to another date, still working off of the terminal 01, which is authorized.net. So if you see that all these X's right here, that means that they paid online.
If you see the authorized.net, that means we manually entered it. So let's go ahead and go back to our TransLink. So we're going to be looking for 001, all these transactions right here. They should have been automatically applied in Shopworks. So let's go back to Shopworks. The first one is 597.64. 597.64. We have that one there. Let's check that off. Another one is 293.98. Check. 367.35. 167.71. So what I'm doing is just going back from the date on the TransLink and just making sure Shopworks updated these correctly. So 231.64. 231.64. Got it. 801.28. Got it. 28. 114.95. The Westfield Group, glad they paid. 212. Works receipt out. Hit save. And I'm not sure if this will be in the Kitsap bank because this was processed on the 27th, which is today. So doubt we would have that in there. So what we'll do is put this in our pending file. So tomorrow when we come in, we'll make sure everything's kosher. So this is 01. Okay, today I'm going to be showing you authorized.net and how to check deposits in the authorized.net. So the authorized.net is used for our managed orders. When a person goes online to pay their bill, it drops into authorized.net. Also, if we have a web store, it goes into authorized.net. And if we go ahead and run a person's credit card through the system right here, so if you go to payments and then payment, then run their card, that also drops into authorized.net. So basically anything online goes to authorized.net. So to get in there to reconcile and see what we got going on, go to authorized.net, sign in. We are merchants, and username is NW Custom, and you'll have your own username and password. So this is the master one. Okay, so this brings us up to our deal here. So we want to go to, we can do search transactions by business day. So the settled, that means it closed out, sent to our bank account. Unsettled, they're still in limbo and they haven't batched out. So we got a couple printed out here. And let's just verify that they're in the system. So this would be a settled transaction. And let's see, there's different ways we can search by. Customer ID, a bunch of things. Payment method, last 4 digits. We can do the invoice number. So invoice number 100295 on the printout. These are settled. You can see right here, here's the information. Rod Harrison, Illinois Bar and Grill, so that's all good. Search, what other things you can do here? Settled, basically you find all the transactions here. Date range, and just hit search. And here's all our transactions. Debbie, that's Arts Design, settled. So we got a lot of things good on here. Look at all that. So declined. So this is your Bible here for your online payments in authorized.net. Another thing is you can also have charge credit cards here. Just do a bunch of things here. This is where we save our customer's information, customer information manager. So these are all the accounts that have the credit cards on file, which makes it nice. Then we can do a virtual terminal where we can charge a credit card online. You can authorize and capture, authorize only, capture only. So authorize would be to make sure the credit card is good. We can do the refunds here. So this is authorized.net, and we can do the user administration. We got Jim, Judy, Taylor, Tracy. So let's do reset user. Okay, today we are going to be scanning checks and applying them to a customer's account, scanning them, getting the kits at bank, making sure everything adds up a-okay. So we have a check scanning system which you run the checks through, and it goes right to the bank. We have to destroy these checks, I think, after 90 days. And the checks go into our general account 0591, not the merchant services. Another key is you have to use the Firefox browser to use the check machine. For some reason, the Google Chrome does not work, so Firefox. All right, so let's begin. It's pretty much like doing the credit card one, but we just do a check. So we go to Payments, Customer Payment. So here's a check from Miles Sand and Gravel, and generally they reference the invoice up there. So this check is for $832.81, and the order number is 100693. And they are paying this invoice, so the check is $832.81. And what's the payment type? Check. And check number 209366. So go ahead and apply the $832.81 to the miles. Looks great. So set that. Put this check over here for the check scanner. So we continue applying. This one is for Binford Metals. So we'll add 101161. That's the order number, and he's paying $96.05, so the amount is 96.05. Payment type, check. Check number 27041. Go ahead and apply it to the 96.05. We got that one, so go ahead and move this check over for the check scanner. Next one is for the Carbone Apartments, so add. Make sure that they gave us an invoice number. Yes, they have an invoice number on the check, so it's 99948. The customer accounts, so I'm going to go ahead and make a deposit in Shopworks, then we'll go ahead and scan the checks. So we go to bank accounts, deposit, and we're going into the general account. Right here. General account. Not the merchant service, but general. Step 2. So we're going to select all the ones that we're going to be paying. So these are all the ones I entered. I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I should have 9 checks in this hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 checks. Cool. So we go to step 3, deposit. So we're going to go ahead and print for the bank. Print. Done. And then save. And next, we're going to do the credit card machine. So hang tight. And not the credit card machine, the deposit machine. Okay, we are going to be using the check scanner, so remember you have to open it up in Firefox. I don't know why. Alright, we're in our kits at bank, so we go down to go down to Deposit Connect. So, Commercial, Deposit Connect. Click. Okay, so we want to capture. It's going into the general account. And batch name, I just give it the today's date. So our expected total, right here from our Shopworks, so expected total is 12,453.95. Total items, we have 9. Okay, so create batch. Okay, so it's initializing the scanner, which is right here. So I'm going to turn the webcam to the scanner machine here. So you guys can all take a little peek how we do this. Okay, so the scanning. So here's the scanner. So you're going to take the check like so. And it's going to be the numbers, the routing numbers like this. Can you see? It's going to fire it out like that. Pretty cool. So set that aside. That's been scanned. Next check. Been scanned. Next check. Scan. Now this is a handwritten one. Okay, next check, right here, scan. So just keep on scanning. Next check, scan. We're looking good, we're looking good. Next check, scan. Okay, Far West. We have our deals going. Now we want to complete the batch. So this one you can't really see, so let's find that check and edit it. So this looks like the KeyBank one right here. So the amount is 225.45 and the payer is it was for the Northwest Work Lofts. Okay. $32.93. This is the Carbone Apartments. So payer is Carbone Apartments. Please enter a valid check number. So it doesn't read the check number. So let's find this. And the correct check number is 00. With the question marks, we have to fill in and off the check. 00. Submit 2568. Okay, amount. That's the one. So this is 686.58. So sometimes the scanner can't read everything, and the payer is Alpha Print. We do have scanner cleaners if that's an issue. So amount J.R. Hayes 1575.09 J.R. Hayes. Okay, so it looks like batch is unbalanced off of $4. So we need to balance it. Return to open batch. So our return to open batch. Let's try to figure out batch status. Update. So let's try to update. So let's just pause here. Let me just do a quick check to make sure everything adds up correct. Okay, I'm looking to see where that $4 is off, and it looks like the 2901 is incorrect. It should be 2905.04, which means it didn't scan correctly. So let's just go in here and see if we can edit this baby. So the correct amount, 2905.04. So it did not read the 5 on there. So let's just go ahead and get that taken care of, and that's the Adobe. Thank God they paid us. So that's how we're editing it. So looks good. I think we go back to open batches. Expected update. All right, so it looks like it's balanced. So I think we do close and approve. Close and approve this batch for approval. All right, looks like we did it. So this is our closed batch, and this is our totals here. So we all look good. So let's go ahead and print this out. Okay, so everything looks good. So we have our checks, we have our batch status. Okay, so we got our closed batch, checks to go along with it, and our Shopworks deposit. So let's go ahead and staple these all together because we're looking good. And we'll put this over to our little pending file right here. And then tomorrow when we come in, it should be in our bank account. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do a balancing credit and debit memo. You'll see where a customer has a credit on their account, but it's not applied to the right invoice. So there's a new feature in Shopworks called the credit and debit memos, and it's a memo wizard. So the credit will offset the debit. You'll see it go. So we're going to do this one for Arts Design, account number 144, and you'll see what's going on with this one. So if we go into our receivables, let's go into our receivables first. All with balance, aging, 90 days. So you're going to see this one with Arts Design. So we have a credit of $161.93, and then we have an invoice for $31.62.18.84. So what we need to do is take that credit memo and apply it to this outstanding balance just to clean it up. And the way you do this is by right here. It's a new feature. It's called credit and debit memo. So you go to the memo wizard. The account is 144, and we want to do the balancing debit and credit memo. So the first thing is you want to do a debit memo, and that'll be for the $161.93. So that'll wipe that out. And the second one you want to do is now you put the credit onto the balance. Done. So now you go to our receivables, all with balance, aging. So let's see, it's still there, but now you just hit the calculate, and that should update it. There, see? The balancing credit and debit one. So that's a new feature in Shopworks. Okay, today we are working on payables. That's right, that's what we pay our vendors. And I'm going to show you how to put a payable into the system and pay our vendor. So remember, we've got to have purchase order. So the simplest one, get your handy dandy letter opener. Boom. And this particular vendor is Pacific Headwear. So, really simple. Go to accounting, under payables, add a payable. This will bring up the screen, so you want to go ahead and find your vendor. You can either scroll down here, but sometimes it doesn't pop up, but I would go right here under the search, the magnifying glass, and type right here. This is Pacific. If you just do Pacific H, you should get the vendor. There it is. The vendor is 2134, so maybe jot that down on the invoice just for reference. You can find it a lot quicker. So the payable date, this is the date that's on the invoice. So you have to change that. So the date on the invoice is the 14th of July. And then that'll age your due date, because I believe we're on net 30 terms. And what net 30 means is we have 30 days to pay the bill. So put the correct payable date in so we can age it out properly. So the amount due, our total is $93.82. 93.82. Our purchase order number, 72178. Again, all orders must have a purchase order. The invoice number is found next to the due date in the invoice, on the invoice, and that's the date that the vendor, that's the number the vendor uses to reference. So we have to have that on there. So this one is 1210609N. Okay, so go ahead and hit defaults. This is the general ledger entry. So the general ledger entry means is we're going to have a credit to accounts payable 9382, work in process 9382, and then a freight expense coming in. So you have to break out the freight. So the total invoice with freight is $93.82, but the freight amount is $7.82. You see that on the camera. So the goods, work in process is the actual physical goods, what they cost. So it's $86. The freight amount, you break it out, and that's $7.82, which equals 93.82. 93.82 amount to be applied is 0. So you go over here, it's a payable. If it was a credit memo, that would have been checked. Purchase order matching, right there, it's green. Total bills, $93.82 less purchase order difference. So actually the purchase order is less than the bill, which means we might have an issue with the purchase order, because whoever purchased it was expecting to pay $73.75. So let's go to the PO right here and take a look what's going on with this. So $295, and they charged us $344 a hat. So we have an issue here. What's the right price? So I wonder, did Judy get quoted correctly or what now? So now we have an issue. Purchase order's wrong and the bill's wrong. So how do we reconcile this? Do we just go and change the purchase order to match with this? Well, it's not the right way to do it, because what if Judy was quoted the $295 and they billed us incorrectly. So what do? Let's put this bill on hold and we'll decide what's going on with this purchase order. So we go back to accounting, bill is on hold, verify PO, verify price. Verify price with Judy. Verify price with Judy. Because you don't want to pay a bill if it doesn't match the purchase order. And just do not go back and change the purchase order to match it, because that's not good accounting. So let's try. Print a check. So we're going to be printing a check to Bank of America. We pay out of our accounts payable account. And this is our check. And that's our printer back there. So the key is loading the printer correctly. So I usually do it from the manual feed. So our check number is 13031. We're going to hit 13031. Looks good. And I'll go ahead and hit print. And if everything works, we're going to have a check printed here in a second. Fantastic. We got the check printed. And we just double check the bank account to make sure we have the correct vendor on the correct check. So the way to do that is go to bank accounts, accounts payable, just view balances, hit the end button, you can find it. And it's probably going to think a lot, so, oh, there it goes. So check number 13031, pay a bill of the Bank of America, looks good. Okay, so at the end of the month, we like to send out statements to all our customers. We put them all in the envelopes and mail them using the stamps.com. So here's a big stack of them. So just remember to close out the end of the month, let's mail out statements, make sure we have the correct addresses, and get the statements in customers' hands to speed up the payment. End of the month, send out customer statements. Okay, that's wrapping it up in a nutshell. It's probably about a 30-40 minute video. Thank you for going through it. But remember, Shopworks has a lot of tutorials online that you can watch, from invoicing to accounts payable to writing checks. This is just an overview to get the juices flowing and for you to think. So I need some feedback and comments on how to make this smoother transition. So remember, there's not such thing as a bad comment. So just keep on giving me new ideas, and hopefully you enjoy.